why would you criminalize a plant for one molecule? Now everybody thinks the whole plant, all cannabis, is just about THC. Where THC is just one molecule that you could extract, or you could even grow the plant without having the THC. Now the cannabis plant is just a plant like any other one that people in ancient civilizations used to have in their daily life. There was no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of other benefits.
So let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, I guess we'll...
Danger.
Yeah, I guess we'll know each other while we're doing the podcast.
That's the beauty about it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I never like to ask too many questions. So we ask the questions while we're recording. So that way the listener discovers you as we discover you.
Yeah, you see?
Beautiful.
It's semi-professional, but yet not professional at all.
But this is inspiring. It's...
See?
Really?
You're
Yes.
inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's inspiring because sometimes you like if I tell you a lot of things about myself and then we're recording, then I'm trying to copy whatever I said before.
Yeah. It
And I
doesn't feel
won't ask the
genuine.
question again if I already know the information.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
What nationality are you?
I'm Algerian.
Oh, so
Oh, look at that.
She's one
It's
of
your
ours.
paisan.
Yes.
You're Algerian?
Yeah. You can't tell?
No. Nobody can tell you're Algerian. Nope. It's the...
Really?
Nope.
No, because I got to know you through Lilia.
Me too. So I knew when she told me, but not before.
Oh, so you spoke to her?
Yes,
Oh, no, I haven't.
I did.
Oh, so you did some research.
Yes.
So what did she say?
I like that. What did she say?
Actually, she said you'll get along, you two.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty easygoing.
No, it's or you love me or you hate me.
Actually, she said because you're both Kabyle.
Ah.
What does that mean?
Berber.
Oh, okay. That I
That- you know
understand.
that version.
That I know that version.
Kabyle is the Berbers of a specific region in
Oh, okay,
Algeria.
so there you get even more.
It's the mountain
subdivisions.
people. Yes, of course. Of course. It's
I know
like the
about the
Portuguese.
We have
You know, the
subdivisions?
islands, the northern, from Porto, Lisboa, and all
So
of them.
now I know
yeah,
she's
yeah.
Portuguese.
I am
Yes.
Portuguese. Yes, I am.
Indeed. So Algerian. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Try to guess.
Oh, that question.
He
So I'm going to act like a gentleman. I'm going to say 26. But that is so not what I'm thinking.
And he says it.
Oh, I'm very direct and honest.
Yeah, I could tell.
But how old are you? You're what, 36? 35?
You're not that far actually. Let me impress you. I'm 27.
27?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow. I would have never guessed.
Oh my god, I should have filmed. Oh, it's filmed.
It's
I'm happy.
filmed. we already started recording.
27. Oh,
No, the reason why is because you're very, how can I put this?
You're
Professional
poised.
and classy.
You're very poised.
Exactly.
Grounded.
Yeah, there's just a very nice elegance and
you.
grace to you that, sometimes... I mean, I wasn't like that at 27 years
No,
old.
that's,
I'm 38 and I'm still not like that.
I mean, girl, you look like a lady.
No, not today.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Yeah, you look like.
But I do it
you.
on purpose,
Yeah,
No,
we
because
all
you're in a
look-
happy relationship. Stop it.
What?
People have
But I never
tendency-
dressed up for the pot. I always had sweats.
But we all want to look younger. That's not a
Yeah.
secret.
I just want to be comfortable because it gets
I
cold
do it
here.
too.
It gets
That
chilly.
sounded so old.
What? But I am.
I just want to be comfortable.
But I am. I am getting there, okay?
Like,
But we all have like different personalities. Yeah,
Yeah.
one day you wake up in the morning and you just want to feel comfortable. Another day you just want to feel beautiful.
your English is pretty good for
Yeah,
an
yeah, it's
Algerian.
very. I like the.
Is
yeah.
this a compliment?
No, it's
It
a
is, it
compliment.
is, it
It's a compliment.
You know a lot of Algerians that speak English?
Dude, I do.
That's a good. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
there's not many.
my friends.
See, this is why people don't think you're Algerian because you're like Saint Leo.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm born in the
yo.
States. My second language is English.
No, it's because you're from Saint Leo.
No,
Yeah, it is.
I
You have
was,
like
not
you're
anymore.
like tainted by the not tainted, but you got like the Italian.
Let's get back to our How long have you been in Canada for?
4 years.
4 years.
Oh, so you're fresh off the boat.
Oh.
Wow.
Where from Algeria?
I'm from TZ. This is the Kabyle region.
Okay.
But I've been living in different cities.
Okay.
Yeah.
By choice, you like traveled?
Following my family.
Okay, you followed your family. Okay.
Guilty by association.
Nice. You have a big family?
Not my immediate family, but yeah, family is pretty big.
Okay. And your
Algerian's
immediate
family,
family? Brothers, sisters?
I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Okay, so you're the middle child. Oof.
Biggest blessing ever.
Do you get along with your siblings?
Yes.
She's the middle child, obviously.
No, I paid for that. They took years of work on ourselves.
Because you're the middle child. That's what it is.
She literally said she paid for that.
Yeah. It's hard work being a middle child. I'm not a middle child, but I know that it's hard to be a middle
the
child.
struggle, you mean?
Yeah. I don't
know.
envy.
Usually middle childs have it easy, no?
No, they actually are the ones that are the most kind of pulled right, left, and
Yes.
center.
Okay.
You're not well informed.
I don't know.
He's acting like the eldest.
I am the eldest.
That's why I said
Oh, okay.
I'm
Not
the eldest
acting.
too.
I am.
I am the eldest too.
I am the eldest everywhere I go.
So you guys don't
Go ahead.
know the struggle.
Is it really a struggle?
What?
So now I'm very curious. So it's been 4 years you've been in Canada. You're a middle child. You're super young. And you started a company, if I do understand properly, based on, now correct me if I'm wrong, on marijuana.
Yes.
How the fuck did that happen?
Yo, I look like I should be selling marijuana. Like, come on.
You're dressed for the part.
She's all classy and dainty, and like she's like, yo,
She's a modern pusher.
I don't look like this every day, believe me. I go to the lab and I dress like a lab.
So what's your lab? What do you mean? This is Breaking Bad? What are you doing?
Yes.
Crack?
I'm the Algerian version of Breaking Bad.
Really?
oh.
Hopefully a legal version.
Very.
Okay.
Okay, so it's for like medicinal reason, like medicinal purposes.
So if I want to answer your question, so I'm correcting you first because this is the second company I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So the first company was much more bigger, and the purpose is for medical cannabis.
Okay.
But now the company Cannabis is doing cosmetics and natural health products. I'm still developing the products, and I didn't receive the licenses yet to sell.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully in the future I'll get back to the medical cannabis.
Okay, wow.
That's the purpose.
So what's your formation? You're like a biochemist or something?
No, I'm an engineer,
Oh.
chemical engineer.
Okay.
But so let's get back now to how I got involved in the cannabis industry. So first, it all started with COVID.
Oh. Good old COVID. I think that's everybody's
Changed a
story
lot.
now.
Yeah. So I'm there. I'm doing engineering work. I was working in the water treatment industry. And everything just goes online. And now I'm like, okay, I'm so bored. I need to go back to uni. So I go back. I do a master's in chemical engineering. And it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I still feel I need more. Or maybe I need to check if I'm really going to do this for the rest
You need
of
a
my
hobby.
life.
That's what you need.
That is her hobby, maybe.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
have
saying.
one, don't worry.
I know. She's a big trainer. She loves to train.
Exactly.
Ambitious.
She makes me feel fat when I look at her stories.
That's not my purpose.
Okay, so you're very ambitious.
I think so.
Yeah, that's very ambitious. Like, damn, you're like, that's not enough. I'm like, oh, that's too much.
Thank you. Makes me feel good, actually. But yeah, but the gym is just complimentary. I'm a handball player.
Oh,
You play handball too?
Yes.
that is so Algerian.
Handball?
Yeah.
Very European.
Why do you play
but then
handball?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
So then it's not Algerian. What are you talking
No.
about? Are you kids?
Algerians were good
Yes,
from an
it's
Olympic
popular
point of
there.
view.
Are you the misfit?
No, I play soccer, so
Oh, okay.
it's one or the other, and
Oh, okay.
judo or karate. Whatever.
True.
I never knew that handball was a.
Yeah,
big
we're
thing.
big.
It's that
That's-
famous.
I used to love that sport.
And boxing. Those are the four sports that are
Okay.
very,
Oh yeah, boxing.
very
For
popular.
girls, it's mostly handball.
Yeah.
Yeah, upper body strength. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so
So, and then And then it wasn't enough for me, obviously. And
That's gonna be your line. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't enough.
So I'm thinking now, should I try something a bit different, if I'm really gonna go for the long ride with the engineering stuff, or am I wanted to change? So I first wanted to go to France, but the problem, I couldn't do any masters or PhDs in any different
Field?
field.
Okay.
I had to stick to the same chemical engineering. And my point of doing more studies or discovering some other field was just to change.
Okay.
And now I'm talking to this friend and she's telling me, oh, maybe you could come to Canada because she was living here. Because I think here you could have chances of changing the field. And I go, I'm not sure that it's kind of far.
And cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
So expensive.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, compared to France.
True.
So I go back and forth. And then
Back and forth.
Between the plan in Canada and in France.
Okay, okay.
And I'm thinking, should I go for it or not? And then I suddenly had this, I had a meeting with someone from University of Montreal.
Okay.
He's in the biomedical engineering department. So I'm telling him whatever I want to do and that I wanted to change the field and that all my experiences in Algeria and the chemical engineering industry, because it's large. And I've been doing different things. I've been doing a bit of boat paints, a bit of water treatment. I've been doing cosmetics, pharmaceuticals.
Okay, wow. That's a
So I convinced him, but then he was like, okay, I could give you a chance, but then you just need to take more classes. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Tell me whatever. I'm in. So he gives me my chance, and he goes, now you need to find a supervisor. It's a research director.
okay.
So I didn't know how like things work here. How can you find a director? Because in Algeria, usually like you're already doing your bachelor at the university, so you get in touch with the professors, and then that's how you pick your
Through
professor. Or the
connections.
professor would pick you. So I spend a lot of time on the internet trying to find professors interested in any projects I want to develop. So I wanted to be in the biomedical industry. Biochemistry also was interested in me, but I wanted to go for the biomedical field. So I ended up finding a professor, but she was in Polytechnique. So now I had to choose. But I already done a lot with University of Montreal. So now he goes, okay, your professor is not here. It's either you go with her and you go to Polytechnique, or you stay with us and you find another one. And it already took me months. So I go, okay, I'm going to do my choice. I go with Polytechnique because I already found the professor. And professors here, they finance the studies usually for masters and
Okay.
yeah. So it's like easiest, money's there. Let's go that way.
Yeah, everything is taken care of. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I start taking the classes, all the things that I was lacking.
How old are you at this time?
22 or 23.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very driven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Such a young age. Wow.
Yeah, I
very
didn't realize
impressive.
it that time.
No, huh? Oh. Oh, I'm impressed.
Thank you. So yeah, I took the classes and I was thinking of, because I had to have a proposal for a research project. So now she tells me about cannabis. We had some 3 or 4 other opportunities. I don't remember what was the opportunities, because obviously when she said cannabis, I was like, that's for me.
You've never had cannabis at that time.
No,
Okay.
no, first time. So I'm very driven. I'm very curious. It's intriguing, but I had a bit of fear. So I go see people around me. I go try to do some research. And I was
Did you tell your
lucky.
parents then and there?
Yes.
How did that
They,
go?
my mom was just like, yeah, you always bring weirdo stuff. So she just ignored me. she wasn't ready to deal with that.
He's like, oh, this again? You're doing
Yeah.
this again? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
My father, at some point, he just saw me because every time he said no to something and I did it, I succeeded. So at this point, he was like, I have no opinion.
I like
Smart
that.
man.
He learned. He's like, I'm just, no, it's okay.
She's going to do it anyway.
Yeah. She's
Go
going
to
be fine.
hell.
All right. So you moved here alone.
Yes.
Okay. And did you live, like, you found a place on your own or roommates? So
I was on my own, but
Wow.
I regretted. 'Cause,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because first few months, COVID was still here.
It's true.
It sucked. I was alone.
You didn't have any friends. You didn't know anybody here except.
I did, but the restrictions, and I was studying and working online. So I could have spent time during the night with friends, but it was illegal.
Yeah.
To
the
go out.
curfew and everything like that.
True.
You remember the
Curfew was
curfew?
8.
Remember?
8:30.
Yeah, I remember rushing home before that. So stressful.
I just wrote myself a paper.
He's lying.
No, I did. But I own companies. I'm allowed. Of course you're allowed.
I was allowed too, because I had.
You didn't write the paper.
I did.
What do you mean?
Since I'm the boss, when employees require a paper,
Oh, you don't have to have somebody else? Isn't it
I
like
wrote my own letter. And the number was there. Once I got stopped by the cops.
Ridiculous.
But
Look
it
at
is what it
this.
is. If I'm the boss of the company, who am I going to ask the paper from?
Who's your boss?
God. Only God knows.
Oh, yeah.
You
Only God
imagine
knows.
the
huh?
letter's written God. And it's
Good
yeah,
one.
but it wasn't an issue. As long
Okay.
as there wasn't, when they stopped me the first time, as long as you're alone in the car,
Okay.
they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Oh, there was an emergency at the office. I had to go and check,
Yeah.
or the alarm. Cool. If they find 2-3 people, then they started thinking
Yeah,
there's a
that's
party
Having a
going
party.
on. Exactly.
So
no.
you were very lonely.
Yes, but it was ridiculous. I had this paper too, but see how it's ridiculous because I just had a job opportunity with this hospital. I don't know, Rosmo Hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I even took it, but they already sent the paper. But I couldn't use it because everybody else would be stuck home when I was allowed to go out.
Oh, it's not easy. That's a lot of challenges.
Yeah, at a time, yeah.
And when everything started to come alive, did you kind of be like, oh, okay, it's not so bad? Canada's
Yes.
not that bad?
I wasn't asking myself if it's good or bad. I
Okay,
never
you-
did.
Oh, okay,
I
wow,
just
look at that.
go
You have no
through things.
expectation.
No, because I know what's the end goal. So I just focus on that, and I'm always prepared to pay the price. So you want the heights, go through the lows.
Wow, that's very
She
wise.
sounds like an old soul.
You're so wise.
Yeah. So okay, but first, how did you get to know Lilia?
I think last year, my father came to visit me, and then some evening we were just bored, and then a friend of mine told me there were some events, so I just went to say hi. My father was with me, and then I was turning around, and then I suddenly we popped up in each other's.
Well, her and her red hair, can't really miss her. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and
makes
then since then we really clicked, and then sometimes we go party together. Sometimes we, yeah.
Are you going to her birthday?
Yes.
Are you?
No.
Oh. Because you don't
It
want
seems I'm invited, but I haven't been invited yet.
to? Oh, you
I had a
it
couple
got
people.
lost in the mail.
I had a couple people call me like, "Oh, I heard you're coming." I'm like, "No, I have a show that night, and it's in Ottawa." So
Oh.
yeah, but okay, let's get back.
See how this is how you pay prices for whatever you want in life. You don't go to your besties' birthdays.
No, it's not that. First, I haven't been invited officially yet, and it's next week.
It's never his fault.
Well, I'm not aware of this event.
You are.
No, I had other people
No.
tell me, "Oh, I heard you're going. Do you mind if we go together?" I'm like, "Go where?" That's how I found out. And that was it. And I was like, but sadly, that Saturday, I have a show with my daughter. So no.
Okay.
Priorities.
Priorities are priorities.
Indeed. But I'll actually connect you with somebody you guys could drive together. You see?
Cool.
Making connections.
You
Yeah.
see?
Super nice person. But Nawal.
Oh, Noel.
She called me actually 20 minutes prior to the pod.
Oh, shit. I haven't seen her in a
She
bit.
felt I'll be around. So she
Yes. Connections.
universe for preparing that connection.
Indeed.
It's a
So
small world.
yes, it is. Very small world. Especially the Algerian community, those who mingle among
Right,
the
right.
Algerians. I avoid Algerians. I have
I understand.
But they find you.
yes, sadly they do. they,
So dramatic.
they definitely do. No, but she's fresh, she's new. Give her time.
Oh, wow. Don't listen to him.
No, but she came from Algeria. She knows better.
Mm.
I don't think
But
it's
Zizi is not that bad.
I've never been really living there.
Where were you?
I'm
Algiers?
from there, but I've been going there, spending time in Bouira, Bida, Algiers. So, yeah.
So you like to travel for school and
Who
work.
doesn't? No.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I like it sometimes.
So now, because I'm dumb and I don't know much, how is cannabis good? Like, because now you associated it to, because I've heard for, therapeutic, for sleep, but I've never heard about for the beauty industry.
Yes.
For what? Makeup?
Yes.
Or
No,
creams?
it's for aging, for creams, for
Did you know this?
moisture. Yes.
I've heard of cannabis in certain creams. Yeah, face creams and stuff like that. Yeah.
Really?
Serums.
And what are the benefits?
It's good for aging. It's a moisture. It's
Well, definitely works on
Should
you.
get on it.
Huh?
What?
Who, me? Calling me old?
I've been so good.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, so cannabis, I'm more focused on the medical cannabis field. So I'm also going to be doing recreational cannabis because this is what works, this is what makes money.
Right.
But
Have you ever tried cannabis?
yes.
What,
How am
what
I
format?
going? Yeah, so this is exactly. I'm going to answer the same way I did when my parents asked me.
I'm not that old.
my
Damn.
parents were like,
Damn.
Yeah, you tried. Like, how
Oh, you have
do
to try your
want-"
product.
But it's not just that. But because before I was doing research. So when you're doing research in your university, you're involved in conferences. You're writing articles. You're meeting people in conferences, and you're giving speech. So how am I supposed to give a conference about a product and talk to people about it if I don't know what's the effect of it?
That's
So I'll be like,
true.
okay, guys, so here's all my presentation about the product. It's
Yeah.
good for this and this and that. And then at the end, okay, all of this is just theory.
No, it's true. It makes sense
Yeah.
to have some sense of practicum about it.
Yeah,
You can't be
even-
talking about something that you don't believe in. People will sense that.
Imagine.
No, but I get that. But now we're talking about from a medical field in the sense that, serums and for creams and stuff that you can use. You don't get high on that. Well, correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's it. So now after that, smoking it, eating it, cooking it, whatever the format of, especially now, edibles and everything
Yeah.
like that is on a rise. I have a friend of mine that actually has his own company. He does chocolate.
Okay.
Super good for going to bed, like sleeping.
Yeah.
Helps you
CBD.
relax.
That's the CBD molecule.
You see?
Oh, you
She
see?
knows.
Yeah, because there's two active. Okay, there's a lot of cannabis. Okay, the cannabis plant has a lot of groups of molecules, families of molecules, more than 5. But there's one group, one family, which his name is cannabinoids. Now, in the cannabinoids, you have more than 100 molecule, and every molecule has a different molecular shape, let's say, and everyone has a different effect. And there's only one of them which has psychedelic effects, which is the THC.
Yeah, dude.
Now, CBD is also an active compound, but it has a different effect than the THC.
Yeah.
But here where comes my whole interest towards cannabis. It's why would you criminalize a plant for one molecule? Now, everybody thinks the whole plant, all cannabis, is just about THC, where THC is just one molecule that you could extract, or you could even grow the plant without having the THC. Now, the cannabis plant is just a plant like any other one that people in ancient civilizations used to have in their daily life. There was no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of other benefits, which I'll let you guess. So many industries, like the pharmaceutical industry,
Yes.
wouldn't want you to know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like pain management. It helps with pain.
A lot. It's okay. So now my interest in the business and how the first company started was when I met the director of Harvest Medicine, which is one of the medical cannabis clinics in Canada.
Okay.
And she was telling me about, because what she does, she connects doctors with medical cannabis users. And I knew back then, this was in 2021, that the users, cannabis users, are from different ages, kids, teenagers, elder people, and they all use it for different reasons. So some use it for Alzheimer's, some use it for cancer pain, some use it for, how do you call the psychological...
Depression?
Depression, also for...
Anxiety.
Anxiety. They also use it for kids who have...
ADHD?
ADHD. And I forgot that disorder. I'll tell you whenever it gets back. But so now I know that it's being used. The problem is that when a doctor prescribes cannabis to these users, they're prescribing the plant. So a doctor is prescribing 100 grams of cannabis or 500 grams of cannabis. And now it's the flower, cannabis flower. And then everybody takes it with them home. And everybody uses it in a different way. Some smoke it, some cook it, and some drink it. So
How do you drink weed?
you make
Oh, yeah, there's those cans now I saw.
yeah,
Like you
could
steep
you could
it?
you could even prepare
Like
it
a
at
tea.
home like a tea.
Yeah, like a tea would make sense.
Yes.
And
But
all
then-
these forms have the same type of effect?
That's what I'm telling. Now, you make it impossible to a doctor to know exactly how milligrams of THC you're consuming. Because if you smoked, you eat, you prepared a tea, there's no way for a doctor to know exactly
The amount.
the amount.
So there's not enough research right now to actually determine?
What do you think?
I don't know.
There is enough research. It's just not allowed in the industry because it just doesn't help the pharmaceutical industry, which is the second biggest industry in the
and
world.
other
So
medications.
But why wouldn't
there's
they
a big lobby effect.
No, I get that. Lobbying is always an issue. But now that it's getting more and more legal in the United States, I think there's left maybe 8 states that don't legalize marijuana. Canada, it's legal. Certain places in Europe and everything. But they all have different types of ways of selling the weed. Now, if you've ever been to Amsterdam, for example, right, you can walk the streets and it's pretty much you can have it in every format in every coffee place. Smoke it, drink it, eat it, and it's provided. Here in Canada, they're a little bit more strict. You have to go at specific places. You can't have it in public.
Yeah,
et
the
cetera, et
government has a hand in it, you know.
cetera. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my point. The thing is that the pharmaceutical industry would conduct research and invest in any product if it makes money. And it makes money with large groups of people. So you making money there. So imagine imagine Pfizer. Pfizer now, they want to make money. So they would go, okay, someone would have I would go there. I have an idea. I want to make research for medical cannabis. I want to make medicine. I want to heal cancer. And this is basically what we were working on with the first company. I even had a proposal to work with McGill Hospital, who had recently a cannabis research center. And we wanted to work on glioblastoma. It's a brain cancer.
Yes.
So imagine I go see Pfizer and I make my proposal and I ask them to give me a team of doctors, biologists, engineers, and we all work together to make it happen. He won't listen to me before listening to the economy. Because he would go, okay, how much money am I going to make with this project? Then he goes, how many people in different societies would use this product? Because now people still not very aware of what they're consuming as informations. People nowadays, normal families, normal parents, always has these prejudice and think of cannabis as a drug.
Yeah, but that was because of the lobbying. The way it was marketed.
We need it's still here. People still think cannabis is a drug. We're not there yet to think that cannabis is legal. And a lot of other countries where cannabis is still illegal is still affecting people's minds all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Because social media made the whole world nowadays like a one place where everybody meets. So cannabis. Although now a slightly bigger percentage of people are thinking that no, cannabis has some good effects. Cannabis,
It's slowly but surely getting there.
Yeah.
But again, that's all about the lobbying and because of how they marketed.
But there's another thing too, because now they know that not everybody would be using it. But then you go from where the biggest industries pharmaceutical are making money. They're making money from the sick people. So if I'm proposing some medicine who would heal people, people would no longer need the hospital and need their products.
So you're bad for business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's
if
like
I'm
when the
healing-
doctor said about diabetes. Is like we're not looking for a cure.
Exactly.
We have forever clients.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lifelong clients.
Insulin,
That's why they call
yeah.
them chronic diseases.
See, so now if I'm proposing a cancer medicine, so I'm healing cancer, they rather would still use chemotherapy and radiotherapy because that's where they make the bigger,
most money.
Yeah.
Yep.
But how crazy is that? There's no country in the world that defies those.
There are so many people who has the same vision as me. They're working on it. I just believe we need a little bit
To mainstream it more.
Better
more
politicians.
more people, more power, more money. And, I believe there's no such thing as someone who changed politics, someone who changed science. I believe it's a build-up. And then it's just the people who are there at the moment where it turns to a good or bad side who are supposedly writing the history. But it's the work of everyone who started from day one working on the same purpose.
So is there any negative side effects of marijuana?
Definitely, as any other plant. Even water has some bad effects if
Fair
you're
enough.
having some diseases.
So like what?
So the THC, which is a psychedelic, is very addictive.
So you can be addicted to weed.
Definitely.
No. Like all the research was
Definitely.
saying, no, you can't. But so you can.
THC is very addictive.
Okay.
If you compare it to some other natural drugs like psilocybin from mushrooms.
I was going to get
Psilocybin
the
is not
shrooms
addic-
after. I was going to get the
Okay.
shrooms afterwards.
Shrooms are not addictive. If someone tells you I'm addicted to shrooms, no, you're not. You just want to have fun. You just
We're on to you.
yeah. You're not mature enough to know what the hell you're doing.
Because shrooms is the
Love
next
it.
thing that's going to be legal soon.
Yeah, I know. But did you know that Quebec is the first region in Canada who legalized it for medical use? So
I thought it was BC.
no, here you could go to a psychologist or any.
And what is it good for? Except seeing things that are not there and colors and shapes. I've never
No.
done shrooms.
I've done it.
She had to study the
like that.
you know.
I did.
Yeah, because
I've
it was
done it.
involved.
It was for research.
Yes.
She's like me. Everything I
Everything is
do
for research.
I do for
Is
research.
this an Algerian thing?
Maybe we're very research-driven people
We're curious.
Curious, yes. That's
and
what
always
it
in
is.
trouble. But yeah,
Yes.
So Mushroom 2 was involved in the project for glioblastoma with McGill University and hospital. That's why.
so what
I've
are
been
the
doing
benefits
some work.
from a medical point of view here for shrooms?
So I can't really talk about mushrooms because I've been working for the past 4 years on cannabis, but not on mushrooms. I had to make it apart from the proposal for the project because while going to conferences and meeting people from all over the world working on it, some people that I trust who had results told me that it could have some effect. So we included it in the project just to test. But there's not enough research for now
Right.
to tell anything about.
But how
mushrooms.
how in Quebec do they use it for medical purposes?
Okay, so now, this is different because
Okay.
for me, I would tell you, I can tell you about cannabis on the biological side and how it affects actually the body. I can't tell that on mushrooms. But if we're talking about psychological effects, I could tell you from my personal experience and from what I know about how they legalize it and how you could use it. So first, for my experience, I know it helps. It helps to be more grounded. It helps to take a step back and watch yourself. It helps to be more aware of yourself.
But isn't
It's
it
like
a
a
hallucinogen?
focus.
It is.
So it's ironic, no?
But
You
I think
focus
it's
more,
but it's
you
the
don't know
micro
if it's real.
dosages. I think it's in the dosages. If you
Yeah,
take
but
it,
a lot of people
helps you-
microdose, but that's not really.
But it helps you
being-
concentrate. It helps a lot.
But I didn't know
of stuff.
shrooms helped you concentrate.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I know someone who used to microdose to stop because he had ADHD.
Okay.
And
No,
it
that
helped. It
yes.
helps.
But it doesn't help everybody.
No, not everybody.
No,
but
No,
it
but I
helps.
just find it kind of an oxymoron, the fact that it's a hallucinogen. So you're seeing, from what I heard, people that did it, like colors are very
vibrant and stuff like that.
even like the wind. Like you
are
should do it
moving.
in nature. That's what everybody
Yes,
tells me.
yes, I've heard
Do it
this.
in nature, you will connect. Did you do it in nature? And did you connect with nature? So you see.
Yeah, you see.
But I find it weird
that.
to feel grounded when it could be all fake.
But those are very big dosages of
You
it.
feel this is the beauty, I would say, of it. So you could feel at the same time contradictory feelings. You could think contradictory thoughts, and that's why after it you just feel very grounded because it just doesn't matter anymore to be in this polarity of, oh, is it good or bad? Are you? Do you agree or not? You just go out of it. Like it doesn't matter.
So you had a positive experience.
Very.
Okay.
Yeah, they say you should be like in nature
Very.
with people you like.
I don't like
Safe
people. I don't know if I
environments.
would do it with people, to be honest.
You could. I did it twice, maybe with people, but all the other times I did it alone.
Well, she did it
And
more
which
than
one do you
twice.
prefer?
Which one? What do you mean?
Like, what experience you prefer more?
With
It's
people?
completely different.
Without?
It's different because we're with people. It depends what do you want from the experience. If you want to connect, then do it with someone you want to connect with. If there are some people you want to uplift your connections, just do it all together. If you want to have fun, you could do it with some people you want to have
How
fun
long does
with.
the high last?
It depends. If you
Why?
take some,
I'm definitely gonna try it eventually.
so if it depends. It depends now. If I don't know, you take 3 grams and you weight, I don't know, I'm just saying 70 kilograms, it may last 3 hours.
Okay.
But it depends too your mindset. So if you have a strong mindset, maybe you need a bit more.
Takes 5 minutes. I'm so hard-headed. I felt
take
that. Okay,
forever.
over now.
It'll take forever.
Yeah. The thing, and it's very powerful, it's intense that I think if you just do it once in a lifetime, it's enough.
Oh,
You
wow.
just do it, you're back, you're like, okay, give
So
me
I
reality.
have to ask you. Hopefully, your parents won't listen to this pod. But
Go ahead.
have you tried any other drugs?
I only try natural drugs because I'm a chemist, and a good dealer
I
never...
like how she uses that.
I'm a chemist. I like
So
that.
you never tried any chemical drugs?
No, I don't do shit.
You see? She doesn't do shit. What's shit?
No, you see, I'm very anti-drugs, but there's only one drug that I do.
Molly. What?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm a big, firm believer of this drug. It's Molly.
I don't know it.
Ecstasy.
It's not. It's a
okay.
cousin of ecstasy. It's not
But
ecstasy.
is it...
It's MD.
But,
Oh,
okay, even MDMD.
There
MDMA.
you go.
Okay, but
MDMA.
the MDMD you could get it naturally from
From where?
wood.
From where?
Wood.
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 Yes.
No.
What kind of wood?
What,
do any-
burning wood?
Any.
You can what?
Not burning. There's specific processes to extract it from wood.
That
Really?
is madness.
I discovered that drug. What now? 5 years ago.
I have a friend who extracted it at home.
Really? So we'll talk.
That is insane.
We'll talk
So
because
you
now
get
it's
the
being.
natural ones. That's good.
I didn't even know because I just know the chemical compound of it first, and because I studied a long time in psychology, and right now,
Interesting.
especially in the United States, they're doing research where they use it for couples therapy because it enhances your senses. Right? It's not a hallucinogen. Right? So everything, the touch, tastes, even
It
when you
enhances-
sleep.
Mushroom does the same too.
That's what somebody told me, but
Yeah.
that person that who told me that tried Molly, and they're like, it's the same, but less.
But doesn't
Less intense.
But Molly, I think, affects humor, like your mood, extremely. Like you have that like huge high
It's
threshold,
euphoria.
and then you just crash for a
So
couple of days.
but that's
is-
dosage. That's
No, that's the synthetic.
maybe you could, but I don't have that
not
crush
the wood. You
because
know
I
what?
know my
I'll
body
tell
now.
you why. Because very basically, what happens in your brain, because what happens is all the drugs, the molecule is trying to bind with some place where if your brain has that gap filled, will feel a certain way. So now the molecule kinds of what they do, chemists to make synthetic drugs, is they go see what's the molecule structure of a natural drug, and they try to make from any other material the same chemical structure. And then when it goes to your brain, it finds the place, and oops, it looks exactly like the place where the natural one should bind. So it binds. But then the natural one, because it's natural, the body is naturally taught how to get rid of it.
Yes,
so
filter it.
It will stay there for a certain amount of time, and then the brain will either distract it or send it to another cell to distract it. There's a system, there's a program in your body to
Of
to destroy
cycling
it.
and
Yes. But now, imagine you have this synthetic, likely same molecule, binds with the brain. After a certain time, the brain is calling the system, the program that usually gets off any molecule binding in this specific place. And it's releasing molecules, it's using physical structure, but it's not working. It's stuck there. So now it's SOS. The brain is trying to call any cells who could help now to get rid of this, because this is staying longer than
It's supposed to.
So now it tried to destroy it. It's doing everything, but unfortunately, the brain will never get completely rid of it. It will maybe get rid of 50% of it, 60% of it, and then a lot of it would just go somewhere,
Like
find a
migrate
place where
somewhere
to
else.
sit in the brain. And then imagine every time you're consuming, every time you're stoking, you're having a stock of some
And there's
shit
no way-
material. You don't even know which
Terrifying.
material. Yes, it is. This is
You
how
should make TikToks.
maybe.
You know, I like this. I was enthralled in this.
Yeah.
It's
I was just thinking
interesting.
about the
you
tree
should
guy
make like
now.
little short
should.
TikToks and like describing this stuff. This
She's
is
the
so
queen of TikTok.
important. No, I'm not. I'm retired. But
You did?
Maybe if you could help
I
me, we could do it together.
oh my god.
Yeah,
a new
go back,
project.
go back.
You're
go
dressed
back,
for
go
the
back.
part.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I need you go.
But that would be good information.
It's so
actually
it's so
have.
important, and you explain it so nicely, and just I don't know. It was very easy to grasp.
But now I got to try the tree thing. I want to compare.
Yo, you need to not move it to an island. Move it to a forest. You'll have endless supply
No, I
of
need
wood.
to go on an island there first. But okay,
Guys
slowly
are
but surely.
crazy.
No,
Get me out
because,
of here.
Go live in the woods.
no, because what was
Extract
interesting.
the molly.
But I'm really curious now. I'm going to do some research tonight. But I'm really
Yeah, go
curious
ahead, you'll find
because
it.
it took
too.
me time to get the proper dosage and what not to do on that state. Because what happens, because it's an enhancer, I have tendency of drinking more. Because everything tastes
Everything
better.
is amplified.
But then I realized the next day, I felt like I drank all night. Probably I did, but I didn't realize it as it was going. I was probably drunk or very tipsy, so I was dehydrated the next day.
But how do you know you're not getting the synthetic?
So I'll tell you why. So now, no, probably I do, but I'm just saying now my body filters it a lot better because
How do you know?
Because I have
Did you
no,
ask your brain?
I have no crash the next day. I have no crash.
I don't
Absolutely
know.
no crash.
You might have a stock room. Who knows?
But
or Recycling room.
You gotta.
I created a
gotta throw that
new
out.
group of people that clean my brain.
Oh my
next
goodness,
day.
that would explain
Very
so
not
much.
scientific, huh?
Yeah, well.
That's crazy. That's
Feels
really
like an
interesting
Inside
to
Out
know.
movie. Yeah, it is. But I knew the side, like the long term and short term effects, especially for synthetic drugs.
Right.
Now, again, it depends on how people use it and abuse it. They don't sleep. They have bad habits. They don't drink water. Hydration is probably number one.
Yeah, I guess.
And there's a combination of vitamins and fish oil.
But I don't think any of that would apply if, like she said, it's the synthetic, because it's impossible for your body to
No,
discard
because
of something
technically
that's
speaking,
not.
if you feed your body properly with the right tools, maybe it could help you filter a little bit better.
True.
See?
True. That's how you detox.
Thank you.
But will it get rid of it 100%?
I don't think so.
It depends. You really need to.
If you're
Depends on your
young or
body.
not,
Probably
healthy
if
or
you're
not.
young,
Yeah.
No, because
The
I can
cells
only
are
imagine
constantly-
people. No, but that's it. They're being recycled or
all the time.
brand new ones, right? But especially synthetic. But when you go to the natural, even high, I know people that smoke weed. Natural. Well, I guess is there synthetic weed?
There is, but it's not the flower. You just get it.
But can you tell
pills.
visually speaking?
If it's pills, you can't know. You really need to.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
When
you
it
get
comes
the
in
pill.
oils, if it comes in,
Damn.
You can't tell.
yeah, that's it. Those drinks, for example.
But if you see flowers, it's.
No, for sure. Yeah. No, that's the obvious.
deal.
Because I'm talking about all these side.
It could be synthetic.
Yeah, because I'm guessing it's cheaper to do.
Definitely.
So, Quebec government could be like, hey, let's cut costs.
Definitely.
Oh my god.
Have something in laboratory, give it the taste and the compound of it.
Exactly.
And here it's in a
what-
liquid.
That's what they do.
Like I can't smoke it. I don't do weed very often. It's very rare now at all.
I do edibles.
But I do the pills from the SQDC.
The liquid, the
yeah,
oils.
it's like
Those are
there's
too
a
strong
very
for me.
no. It has a small amount of THC, and the rest is CBD. I find it helps sometimes just to whatever. But if it's just THC, my mind starts buzzing.
No, my friend does the chocolate thing. I took one little cube. Takes maybe 30 minutes to hit me. Watch a movie and sleep like a baby.
Does it affect how you ingest it? Like, let's see, me, I took it's like a pill, a capsule.
Does your mouth
versus
get dry?
someone- no, but I taste weed.
It definitely affects.
So there's a like depending on how you ingest it,
For sure.
your body responds
Inhaling
to it
it through your
differently.
lungs or going through your digestive system
Yeah.
are two different things.
Definitely.
It's like when people used to do. Now we're gonna go very.
Up their butts.
Yes.
I knew you were going there.
No, but some people parachute it. Some people go through even drinking. I've heard this when when people didn't have a lot of alcohol,
Okay.
right? They used to take a tampon,
No.
put a little bit of vodka,
Up their butt.
and they'll be drunk right away.
Up their ass. Oh, because it gets straight to the
It doesn't go through the
intestinal tract.
digestive system, so it automatically hits you.
Did you ever hear of like crack up the hoo-ha?
That I do not know. That I don't
I've
know.
heard of cocaine up the hoo-ha.
Oh, yes.
Cocaine, not crack.
Can you tell that I don't do
No,
drugs?
cocaine. I know people parachute it, smoke it, sniff
Shoot it.
Yeah, so it's in a little paper. They swallow it, and as it goes in, poof.
That is messed up. Do
Yeah,
you feel
there's
it?
different because I guess it's expensive. I've never done
That is
that type of drug,
insane.
but people have different ways to ingest it to have different, I guess, types of high, or
Yeah.
longer. I guess it lasts.
Depends. Longer, yes. But different types, yes.
Moral of the story: stick to weed, kids.
No, but wait. Yeah, but everything was illegal at one point. Alcohol was illegal at one point.
Yeah.
And now it is.
But it's still bad.
Do you think cocaine's going to be eventually? Because cocaine is natural, technically. The cacao, whatever, plant.
What people are consuming is not natural at all.
Oh, no.
It's
Yeah.
all
No,
synthetic.
that I will agree. But let's just say if we go to the natural source,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is there any benefits to cocaine?
The thing is, anything in nature is there for a purpose. Then it's not because two things you find in nature, you find potatoes and you find cocaine, it means you use them the same way with the same amounts. And it could be a medicine. If it's a medicine, it's meant for a disease. If
Yeah,
you
but who
have
de-
the disease, you use the
But who
medicine.
determines that? Because technically in nature you can find poison too.
Yes.
and you die. There's no benefits.
That's what human history
yeah,
is
that's
for.
exactly it. But how do you get to, because I was always fascinated. I would really love to find out or be there how the first person decided to take that leaf and smoke it or digest it. And because there's rumors now,
Probably
by
by
the way,
accident.
there's rumors now, and I'm not even joking.
Or we're going back
Again,
to your young days.
It seems that the apostles of the Bible, when they wrote the Bible, they
Your
were high
homies.
on shrooms.
They were on shrooms.
There was an epidemic of shrooms in that part of the world at that time.
So
And they're saying that there's actually, now is it proven, not proven, whatever, to a certain degree.
Really?
There was a big, like, I don't know how shrooms,
Who would prove it to you?
yeah.
Like,
who?
what's
He's that old.
yeah, she always calls me very old.
tell me, what would be what's a proof to you?
What is proof? So, but technically through history, as long as you can prove it by,
But a rumor could become
no, you need, okay, so for something to be historically proven, it has to be witnessed, but more than two different tribes or
that will
civilizations.
recount the same event.
Somewhat the same account.
What if there is some insight that have been experienced by only one civilization, which is real? And
Yeah,
which
like
is
the Mayans
useful?
and the Incas are only myths now. There is no proof. They disappeared. We know they existed because we still have the remains, but we do not know what happened to them.
Right.
And that's where the
Lack of
mystery
evidence.
comes. But let's just say Moses, we know did exist because the Egyptians, the pharaohs, and the Middle East, let's just say, Jerusalem of today, the Romans accounted his existence in a way, right? Jesus is the same thing, Muhammad the same thing. When you go back to history, you have to have, if you go to Abraham or Salomon, all these have been accounted by other tribes and other civilizations, the Chinese dynasties and stuff like that. So you had the Mongolians,
Right.
and you had other people saying that. But
even all these,
yeah, that could be
yes, from where did you got all the infos?
from the scriptures that's written. Since human can write,
That's
right?
what I'm telling you. So, at
But
the
it could
end
be
of-
rumors.
But at the end of
Perspectives.
the day, anything and everything, there's common sense where you just
Common
know-
sense?
common
Okay.
sense of things that just exist in nature, and then common sense of okay, now humans evolved enough to know that everything could be good or bad. Something could be both at the same time, exactly as humans are.
That's true.
That's a very positive way of seeing things. Still, the community of flat earthers is rising exponentially. So how do you explain that?
I just explained it. I told you that there's always a build up in positive and in negative things.
Okay. Because when you said common sense, I'm like, not everybody has the luxury of common sense.
Because this is human evolution, and I think even in the evolution, we're just restarting the same cycle.
No, makes sense.
No, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But because
we already lived everything, we did everything. Now we're just restarting from scratch.
Yeah.
so you think it's a full cycle?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You could see it in technology, you could see it in things that we still don't understand just because our science, by our means, our technology doesn't explain it
Yeah.
yet.
We don't know
We
what we
think-
don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we knew it before, because your analogy was it's a cycle. But I see it more like of a hurricane. So you start from the point and your circles are getting bigger and bigger.
Interesting.
Right? Because
Maybe
what we
I'm
know,
wrong.
we already know, technically speaking. Tomorrow, like in science specifically, where we are today in 2024, and the method, the scientific method. If we go back to before the scientific method, yes, I agree. We went from flat earth to round earth and science
Right.
changed. But today, there's absolute no chance that in 100 years, 200 years, we're going to be like, oh, sorry, we were mistaken. The planet is a triangle. That's never going to
But
happen.
what if the same thing that happened to Mayans or others just
People of
happens to us?
Atlantis.
That can't happen today.
Why?
Because we're too far in. That's what I meant by the cyclone. So small circles, now we're big circles. So even if tomorrow there's a grand reset, right? A grand reset. If everybody dies, that's a different story. But with the knowledge that we have and the information we write, we store, and we share information. I'm not saying it's necessarily all full truth, but things cannot just not happen type of thing, right? You can't just come and say, we evolved from monkeys 10 years ago all of a sudden. It's not going to happen. There is now notes, and we have enough information. We communicate well enough. Now we're able to go from one end to the other of the planet in less than 12 hours.
Yeah.
Before the Mayans, it was only the Mayans and the Aztecs up north and the Incas on the left, and that's pretty much it. But what they wrote, that language was lost. Today, for a language to be lost, it would take the end of the world, literally. Right?
Interesting, but still, this doesn't. When I fully go with this, I'm like, okay, so how did the pyramids?
Yeah.
No, but that's the beauty about it all. So
now you call it beauty because
it's beautiful because it's the mystery. Because okay, so if you look
so
at
if there's mystery,
For sure.
if there's mystery, it means somewhere maybe we don't know if the knowledge back then was.
But that's why
evolved.
that's why I said it's beautiful, because nobody's claiming they do. There's things that we do not know, and we're okay
we don't have the full
by
account.
saying we do not know. We're not inventing truths in that sense.
Well,
There's theories. Even gravity till this day is not a fact. It's a theory. Because it cannot be fully proven.
Yeah, and
Imagine
theories
from the
can be
scientific
invented.
method. But we all know that if you throw something, it's going to fall depending on its mass, speed, and blah, blah, blah.
And
so
you
we
could
know,
calculate it.
Exactly. So if you go back to, like, you're talking about the pyramids, there's the Bolivian castle where the rock is cut to a point that
Precision,
even
yeah.
today, we won't even be able to reproduce it, right? Now, there's theories that maybe there was civilizations more advanced, especially in architecture and stuff like that. And then they died and we started over.
so don't you
That's
think that can
exactly
happen
what
to
I'm
us?
saying.
Yeah,
so
but-
I'm saying this cycle is ups and downs, evolution.
But we don't know.
We don't know.
It's a theory.
But I'm just saying the good and the bad is always there. It's not because I want to see it that way. It's either you're aware or not. Everything is evolving, and
Okay.
there is the bad side and the good side, and that's how I was answering your question of how would you know if cannabis or mushroom or any other substance in nature is good or bad? Because at some point, some people would find something, would test it, someone would die, someone would survive, someone would be sick and they would heal. And this is how we start recording experiences, and this is how.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Where I'm trying to, what I'm trying to explain here mostly is, we see this often in these apocalyptic movies, right? Where there's a virus and everybody goes down.
Dystopian universes.
And there was once the science is like, society today is so dumb. If an alien would come and pick an average Joe and take them on their mothership, and they would tell them, explain to us what you guys do on Earth, he wouldn't be able to. He would have a phone. He's like, how did you construct this? He would have no idea. Only a selective few would. So if tomorrow there's a great zombie apocalypse, civilization will take a hit, right? We'll go backwards before we go forward. And that's what I think happened to the Egyptian civilization and the other ones. Atlantis.
Okay, I get what you're saying. There's a select few.
I believe maybe this could happen, but I believe too that the same people who are controlling people to make them this dumb has prepared themselves to one day, if they need these same masses of people, they would turn them to work with them, and they would be super aware.
Oh yeah,
and they
yeah,
would be
for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the irony, because if we go back to cannabis, they gave a negative twist to cannabis for so long because they didn't find any positive financial gain by doing it. Now all of a sudden, it's like electric cars. The electric car got killed twice before Elon Musk decided to say, I'm going to take it to another level. In 78, 79, if I do remember, I watched this documentary, Who Killed the Electric Car, where they created an electric car. But the gas companies were like, no.
We're not ready for that.
It's not good. It's not. They were giving all this bullshit. The PR was super bad. And they just killed the project because there's no money to be made. And then eventually somebody else came, right? When you said slowly but surely,
Yep.
he's like, I'm going to do it. And then everybody's like, okay, we can't stop him. So now let's all make money together.
Like,
Right?
Yeah.
it
And
makes
now-
money.
Exactly. So they're like, okay, and weed is pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
The epidemic in the United States, everybody was on weed. And they're like, okay, all these pushers are making crazy millions of dollars. And the pharmaceutical industry are like, oh, we have a source, a natural source
Right.
that we can use to whatever for those who had cancer and pain and stuff like that. So they're like, okay, we have to find a way for the consumer to not see it as a negative anymore. So
No, they did manipulate it.
Oh,
Once
probably.
again, because what they did, they wanted to let it in the scope of acting as a drug, but a positive drug because now it's controlled.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the thing is,
Safety.
it's not a drug. The drug is one molecule in 100 of other molecules in the plant, which could be used for different other industries.
It's the PR that was in the public.
But once again, because now, okay, maybe a lot of people label me as the one person who works on cannabis. Because for now, this is what I'm using. But my end goal, like you were saying for the electric cars, for me, it's the cancer. It's not normal that we have all this technology today. It's been years that we're still dying from cancer. There's not one family who didn't suffer because they saw someone,
And it's getting more and more
loved
common.
one,
Yeah.
suffering and dying and not doing. They just everybody knows if it's cancer, you can't do anything.
But now there's a lot of research saying that they had found certain
It's
remedies
not
of certain
as
cancer.
fast as it's supposed to be.
Why do you think that
Because
is?
they wanna. It's like for fuels. It's like for they know, the governments know that at some point they won't be able to make money of it anymore. So what they do, they extend it at the maximum possible. They make
Yep,
the
makes
most
sense.
money possible. So that's what they do.
This sounds like an iPhone. You know how the iPhones never change really?
Yeah, yeah.
But they're like, we have to keep the consumer coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
Here, there's a
So-
new camera, but it's the same camera.
So for now,
Yeah.
if it's still working, that making people think cannabis is just a drug, let's make this theory work for the largest time possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that goes back to the tobacco corporation, milk corporation. I found out today, actually, watching like these short documentaries where there was this big, movement of milk. You know, got milk with the mustache
Oh,
of milk.
yeah.
And the reason why they were pushing that much is because after the war, they were selling mostly powdered milk.
Right.
So they had an over reserve of actual milk. So they had to push it out so they wouldn't waste it. And that's why they pushed the marketing and brought all the celebrities and everything like that and all the bullshit about, calcium, bones, and blah, 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 blah.
Listen, I'm a scientist, and I can tell you, I've seen industries. I've seen some people who has power pay for people to write papers, scientific papers, and publish them in scientific. Not talking about articles in any website or any.
Yeah, it's
I'm
known.
talking about scientific proofs, data. They've been scientists been paid to publish articles, publish scientific data, which is wrong, just to market for and some products or make some field or some products or some other companies crash.
To continue their narrative.
There was a lot
all
of
about that,
scandals with the
controlling
FDA and stuff like that, those who were giving the envelopes. But now my question to you is, as a scientist, and that is so cool to say I'm a scientist. It's really cool. How do you find the truth then today? If you can pay scientists to lie, and it's in science journals and stuff like that because there's lobbying behind it, how regular people can actually be rightfully informed?
So, first of all, you need to know what you want in life. You can't know everything. Now that anyone knows what they want and they want to have answers for it, it's just like a child who tells you, I want to walk. So there is a way to learn how to walk. But then it's not because you explain how they walk today, they will walk tomorrow. It takes time and training. So we've been trained and programmed that everything that is physical, you need to train your body. And we've been programmed that anything that's psychological, you just learn it. You just eat informations. No. You need to train your body to learn how to do anything and everything. So if you want to be able to know in any field if someone is telling the truth or not, if this data is accurate or not, you need to develop that muscle in your brain. It takes you time. You need to be around different people talking about that. You need to be around scientists. You need to be around so many people. And then with time, you will eventually learn the same way you would train your body to do anything. You would train your brain to know and differentiate between how anybody would explain something. You don't want to listen to someone who's telling you, listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
I know. I know the truth. You don't want to listen to them. You want to listen to someone who's telling you whatever they think about what you're asking about, but then who's telling you, go find it yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but the real question is where? Because now you can't trust the internet. You can't trust ChatGPT.
But you could use it, because even ChatGPT, even the AI programs, they're not looking for interesting data about people. They collect data about shitty people just because it's still useful. Even if what you see on the internet is shit, it's still useful. You need it, because when you see the worst shit ever, with time, when you're training your brain, you can see how the level is going from the shittiest information to the highest quality information. You could differentiate same with people. How can you tell quality people or not? You need to know shitty people.
That's true.
And then keep meeting people.
You need the
your
contrast.
whole life. Yes,
Yeah.
the contrast, exactly. So you keep meeting people. It's not, you don't go, how am I find great people if I can't trust?
I just stopped looking.
He gave up.
Those who know me
have
well.
enough.
No, those who know me well, I hate people.
But you have enough great people around you. That's why.
Yes, well, I have a small tribe.
That's great.
But then I get surprised once in a while.
Yeah.
Like you're a beautiful surprise. I find it fascinating to be this positive and this vivid at your age. And yet it feels like you're 2 life
Yeah.
ahead.
He's been listening a lot to this podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel it's not enough.
Oh, I knew it. It's not enough, then. It's just not
I'm
enough.
just going to crawl back into my hole.
Go get a piece of wood.
Yeah. You're going to see me hugging trees.
It's brilliant, this girl.
Don't give her too much compliments. It goes straight to her head.
What?
And then it stays in her cells. And then it just
It's stock.
inflates.
I have a stock room
You
of
guys
that.
understood the lesson.
Oh, yeah.
We
understand.
learn very quickly.
We got the assignment.
Wow. That explains so much now. So before we go any further, I have to ask you, is there any misconceptions on cannabis that most people believe that is not true?
There are both positive and negative.
Okay.
Always. And there will always be.
What are they?
Okay. Just as you said, some people think it's not, it doesn't get you addictive.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. It gets you addictive. And some other thing
Is there rehab for weed?
No.
There isn't, no?
What?
I think there's
Is
just
there rehab for
rehab.
weed?
Yes.
Like,
No, rehab. There's drug, alcohol,
Yes.
But-
gambling,
But
sex.
I'm sure they incorporate weed into it. I'm sure
No,
there's
but I've
people-
never heard of somebody going to rehab for weed. That's what
Really?
I've never heard that.
It's very popular.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
So I guess it's not just put it out there. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
No, because I've heard
Yes,
about
'cause
drugs,
once
alcohol,
again-
sex, gambling. What are the other vices that
Those
we
are
could-
the scientists that were paid.
Exactly. I need
I'm on to y'all.
Shh. She'll get rid of all the fuss very quickly.
She's my girl.
You can have her.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. What do you mean?
That was was quick.
It took her 2 seconds. It's like, wait, you're getting rid of me that easily?
What the hell? No, now
Whatever.
we're fighting over you.
Oh my God, I can feel the head going like,
I'll take some shrooms and just detach.
I don't care
While I
about
hug a
you
tree.
guys.
so okay, what else? So the addiction I get.
I'm telling you, I don't usually, it's not just about weed, but usually people listen and take informations from whatever they hear.
Mm-hmm.
So they would hear, I don't know, cannabis is good for sex. It
Is it?
enhances your libido. It's not.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
Opposite effect.
I like how you perked up.
no.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was like, no. Molly does.
Some people smoke just to feel more comfortable, that I get.
Yes.
But then they go straight to sex just because they're not really aware. And then they think, oh, okay, it's because the weed.
It's like a placebo.
But
But the
no,
sensation is not enhanced to the.
it decreases the libido.
Oh, that's what I would have figured.
Oh, that makes sense. It
See?
decreases because
That
you're
would
so
make
mellow,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Leave me
Yeah.
alone. Don't,
Who wants to have mellow sex?
yeah, like, that's boring. Can people die from weed?
Overdoses. It's not as recurrent and as
So it could happen.
yes.
Because a lot of people are saying that it never happened. But you see,
But
this
that's
is-
why I asked the
because-
question, because I've never heard of someone
I
dying
think-
of just.
And she works in a clinic.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not. It doesn't happen usually. But I think because for my research work, I think on my thesis I mentioned 1 or 2 cases,
Okay.
death cases.
But could that be that maybe being it's a plant, the person could have been allergic or had some kind of antibodies that were
Bruce
just,
Lee was
Maybe-
allergic to weed.
Oh,
Interesting.
So that
fact.
does exist.
Yeah.
'Cause
Allergy-
I'm
can be allergic to
assuming
anything.
it's like
That okay? So
Well, it's like
but that is-
penicillin, right?
This is
Penicillin.
not about weed. This is about the allergy.
allergies. Yeah, that's it.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Would
But
that be
the persons who could die from weed maybe because they mix it with alcohol or some other drugs.
so there is like a
Yeah.
very fatal amount?
Yes.
That's crazy. See, I didn't
That
know that.
No, those who
quantities-
take it with tobacco, for example.
That's insane. I did not
Not
know
really.
that it could
a
be
lot
fatal.
of people use it with tobacco. It's not that dangerous. It's the weed with alcohol and mixing some other drugs all
Oh.
at the same time. Some people do it.
Okay,
That
because
is-
it's
that
an
is very-
accumulation.
Okay. So weed on its own,
It
for
would
it
be
to
very
be
rare.
fatal, it's very, very rare.
Very rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never heard.
Does it cause brain damage?
It does.
Oh, see, I used to get that from a lot of parents. "Oh, don't do weed. You're gonna
Yeah, but what doesn't?
fuck up your brain.
I feel like living does.
Yeah, but not in the same way.
Doing podcasts, I feel like my cells are burning.
Oof. No, I don't think my cells are burning. I think they're just stocking up.
But it depends. It really depends. What do you want to do with your brain?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He just wants to take it out and put it in a jar.
Because if you want to do maths, so then you need your brain to function a certain way. You need
Yeah.
your focus to function a certain way.
But it works for
If you want to
imagination.
do, yes, but then for how long time? Because it doesn't work for a long time for imagination. It kills imagination with time.
Really?
Yes.
And all these artists that smoke weed and shit and
That's why they end up depressed most of the time in movies.
so there is a direct correlation with weed and depression.
Yes.
Well, I'm guessing it affects the chemistry of the brain. If it's giving
It
you brain
does.
damage,
It
the
does.
whole chemistry
I'm telling
changes.
you, I'm aiming to work on medical cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine if I'm telling you, I've made a proposal to heal cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It means it's a heavy medicine. We're
Yes.
healing heavy diseases
Yes.
with it.
So it's heavy duty.
So it's like you don't have diabetes, and you just go to home, and then you find diabetes of your grandma, diabetes medicine, and you use it.
It doesn't work.
It's a medicine.
Yeah.
No, but that's it. It overstimulates or over.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
supposed
You're
to.
not
It's
supposed
like
to.
the pandemic that was happening in the United States when people were mixing alcohol and syrup,
Ugh,
cough syrup. It gives them a high. Yeah.
that's
It was actually something, and then people would
psychopaths.
overdose
Come on.
or have like these
that is.
intoxicated to a certain level that they would have to go to the hospital to
Wow.
pump their stomachs. But the high, the feeling they felt for that amount of time was
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
cough syrup, grape cough syrup, and vodka.
That's wild.
But again, a lot of people are trying a lot of different things
Why then? It's always the question, why?
So
because
is there
they're
Wait,
running
now,
away from reality.
Yeah,
now
so
my
that's it.
synapses
So
are
you're
going
not-
crazy. So
You're
a
not
person,
strong enough. You don't have the right mindset to do set goals and
Right.
pursue them. You don't want to face reality. You want to be distracted. You just don't want
called
to be
depression.
is
responsible.
there a
That's it.
correlation between marijuana, like chronic, frequent marijuana users and cancer? Like, is there a correlation where people who use weed more are less likely to develop cancer, or it's
I've never
unrelated?
seen, but I don't know.
Okay, so it's like it's unrelated. It's not a study that
So
anybody's
when you
done.
say that could heal cancer, in what form or in what approach exactly?
If I had it now,
Yeah,
I would be
you wouldn't be
already
here.
working.
You
on
wouldn't be here, first and foremost.
I'm wondering.
She would be a billionaire on a yacht somewhere.
You obviously wouldn't be smoking it. It'd probably be like intravenously, right?
I don't know. That was the great purpose of the project I started.
that would have
2
been
years
so.
ago.
Yeah, it'd be like
And
intravenously that potent amount. Like
No, because when you asked that question, I was wondering, like, if you smoke more, does your chances of having cancer lower or not?
but that's what I said. Is there a correlation?
Yeah,
No, but
if-
there is a correlation between smoke and weed and
Ingesting?
lung cancers.
Oh,
What
well,
is it?
It's because of the smoke.
Wait, but
too.
wait, is it good or bad?
It's bad. There is a correlation.
Okay.
So it causes the lung cancer.
Okay, so it's a negative correlation.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Correlation is not necessarily negative, is it?
True.
No.
No, that's
No,
it.
it's just a
That's why-
connection.
That's why I was confused.
It's
There's
just
a
a
correlation.
connection. It
Maybe you were going to
correlates.
say, more you smoke,
Good
more
one.
you have less chances
one.
of cancer.
Good catch.
No, no.
Smart guy.
I have my
But then
moments.
are we talking about the synthetic, or like how would you know? You wouldn't know.
It's about the smoke.
It's the
just the
smoking.
smoking,
So I guess your lungs
There's
are
a
not
toxin, I
designed
think.
to filter that much non-oxygen air.
Yeah, like
not
your lungs
just-
are like, the hell's going on?
Maybe this is a bit far away, but we're not supposed to just consume oxygen. CO2 too is very
yeah,
important.
but
Yeah.
meaning that those natural, because burnt.
But
when
I'm
you-
saying this because another time, how we're programmed to view oxygen and the air we breathe is on purpose made all around the oxygen.
No.
Why? There's not an
Because-
industry of oxygen, is there?
I'm telling you why. Because because there are ways of breathing. Now, if you breathe in a fast way, fast pace, you're breathing more of oxygen, and your CO2 tolerance goes less and less by time.
Oh.
And the more you breathe less CO2, you're very easily distracted. You have more anxiety.
So there's a direct correlation with your brain and focus.
I'm
Yes.
depleted of oxygen, clearly.
No, I'm depleted of
CO2.
CO2.
Why? You're not an anxious person.
No, I'm not. No.
Now, CO2, if you breathe very slowly,
So those athletes that take, they go to those oxygen chambers for healing purposes, right? Because it goes directly to your muscle. Because I feel like anything you do positive might have a negative side effect on
Connotation. Oh, yeah.
something
Yes.
else.
Yes.
There's no best formula.
Yes.
But those super athletes, they go into those oxygen chambers to recuperate quickly for healing purposes and muscle retention and stuff like that. Yet you're telling me that if there's not enough CO2, the repercussions on your focus are there too.
Yes.
Crazy.
There's no magical formula
But-
for you
So
to be.
too much oxygen
who's
can be an
telling-
overstimulant?
No, it's the lack of CO2.
Lack of CO2. It's not more oxygen, it's less. Because it's like if you fill in your
okay, because okay.
when
get
you
it.
fill
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
lungs,
I get
Yeah,
If
it.
you
and
just-
you could test it. If you breathe, like just breathe as you breathe normally, you take usually it's I don't know, I don't want to say how many seconds, but try to breathe in 1 minute. You one inhale and one exhale.
in 1 minute.
30 seconds of inhalation, 30 seconds of exhalation.
I would have a headache.
See, I don't think it's not easy to do it the first time you try it.
Okay.
But try to do it to breathe increasingly longer. You'll notice that you could have some headache. You could notice that it's hurt, but you will feel better.
Afterwards.
Interesting. For 30
Afterwards.
minutes, you said?
30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Calm down now. 30 minutes.
Hey, man, overcompensate.
do it for 30
I'm
minutes.
overcompensating for the 38 years I've been doing this
You'll
shit
be
wrong.
brain dead. Inhaling
but
for 30
but
minutes.
you do it for
Possible.
30 minutes.
Maybe I can do it for 30 minutes.
You do it for 30
Yeah,
minutes.
you see?
You keep doing the 1 minute breath
Yeah,
for 30
that's-
minutes.
Don't dim my light.
No, do it for a minute, like 30-30, on a period of 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't do it in once.
No, obviously not.
She'll become not green, but blue. So that means
Smurfette.
those professional swimmers, those who stay underwater for so long.
They have a great CO2 tolerance. It's just that the masses, the people don't know. It's not
Now,
accessible
how do you develop
informations.
You're going to
a
start holding your
CO2?
breath, aren't you?
By breathing intentionally, breathe in heavily, breathe in increasingly longer.
Is sports good for that or bad for that?
Very good for that.
Oh, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're great.
Well, it doesn't
you.
show,
You're
but
winning at
yeah,
life.
I'm a wannabe athlete.
Meditation is good for that too.
I can't meditate.
I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah.
Neither can I, sadly.
No, I can't. There's too many voices in my head.
You could try not meditating, but breath work.
Oh, you see? I don't know. Like, meditation can consist of what? Like me, when I drive, sometimes I feel like that's meditation.
Yes,
I get
it is.
home and I'm like,
it is.
how did I get here?
It is.
Yeah, because you're on autopilot. That
But
happens to
I
me
like
all the
no,
time.
but I was thinking about a million things. I solved a bunch of shit.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's
created new
meditation.
shit.
I don't think that's meditation.
It's not. It's
No,
the
that's
opposite.
overthinking.
It's quite the opposite. Of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I don't know. I felt very
Just
zen.
solve cancer.
Name.
I felt so zen. I feel very zen.
So you meditate?
I do.
So I need to ask you, what's your routine as a scientist?
Okay, now I'm not as a.
it's because she's a scientist. She meditates.
Yeah, it's not because I'm a scientist.
No, but
because
maybe because for her to focus better because it helps you
She has
focus.
more awareness of
And
it.
she's so driven, but I'm guessing she has a million ideas. But because you seem very focused.
But I do sometimes I do shut down. I do sometimes I do lose control of my brain. It happens. And
You do?
I do, and I'm okay
What
with
does that look like?
You don't want to see it. Disaster.
That's me most of the
But
time.
now I still do research, but it's just for my business. I'm not working because for the past years I was doing only that. But now I'm doing it because it's my company, but I'm doing part of it is for the products that I just need to market. Then it reduces the time. I'm focusing on the real shit I want to do, the science for the medical cannabis. But I do some other stuff. I work for a company in the water treatment industry. And the cannabis is now being done by an external laboratory. I'm using a government lab. My employees are the government's lab employees.
Okay.
I'm just having, because I had a grant from the government.
Nice.
So I have access to their lab, to their production, to their employees. So that's how I'm doing it.
So what's the
I
plan
have-
for the next 5 years here?
So making money from the shitty industry.
Such a
so I
scientific thing to
could-
say.
Yeah, so I could go straight into the medical cannabis and make.
So that's your end target.
Yes.
You absolutely want to get there.
Yes, I'm not about just the cannabis. I might, after 5 years, see that maybe there's something else who can help heal cancer quicker than cannabis. I would drop cannabis. I would still
So
be passionate
your focus
about.
is to cure cancer.
Yes, it's just not normal.
Right.
No, the government's
That
going to come and get rid of you very
It's
soon.
okay.
It's
But
okay.
It's like, but it
We're
feels to
in
me like
2024 and still we're dying this exact same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I saw my uncles and aunties
So-
die in 2020, in 2004. It's just not normal.
So I have to ask you a question, and this comes from a conspiracy theorist mind. I'm not big in conspiracy theories, but I enjoy them. If I would tell you that governments already have a cure to cancer, what would you say is the percentage of that being possible?
It's more than it is.
Oh, okay.
you said that in the beginning.
No, because
It
now
is.
she's
It's
doing.
just in the wrong hands now,
Ah,
so
you
that
see.
the good people have it on hands. They need to work from scratch.
But okay. No, I get that. No, I agree with you 100 because the fact that she wants to go on that field,
Right.
knowing that maybe somebody already found it, but they're keeping that secret.
Yeah. So you got to find somebody else.
Chances are they're
A
gonna.
lot of people are just
Shut down.
just by this idea.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's very
okay.
daunting. But I feel like it's hit you personally. Is that what it is that makes your focus so intense? Is because you've lost people that have cancer?
I did lose people,
yeah.
but it's just not about me. I'm not that selfish, because if I have to go after anything that reached me personally,
Right.
I wouldn't be doing this.
But what sparked this? Like, where did you one day discover, like, oh my God, I can't believe the injustice. Why is this happening? Like, when did that happen? Is it something that you were
Actually,
like...
I just realized it now that you were asking me. Thank you.
She was 9 years old, playing in the backyard.
Yo, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it just hits you and you're like, what? Why?
Just now, right?
Oh,
now
okay.
realize.
We got it on camera.
So my mom has autoimmune disease.
Ah, yes, my friend.
So
Her too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me too.
Which one does she?
She has 3.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you have one, you're more likely to develop another one.
How many do you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Which ones?
My main one is rheumatoid arthritis. And
That mom has it too.
Oh, yeah, I have rheumatoid arthritis
Yay.
since I was 26. And the other one is vitiligo. I have vitiligo. It's like where you lose pigmentation. But I think
my
that
mom has it too.
Yeah, but I think it has to do with the medication I take for the rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes, true,
I think it
true.
Affects the pigmentation.
And
So-
what else does your mom have?
Mom
That's crazy.
has.
Your
Yeah,
mom, we're spoonies.
she has Gougeot, which is very rare, and she has thyroiditis.
Oh yes, it's
So,
very common.
yeah.
Yeah, with the rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah.
Yeah. So growing up, it wasn't that cheerful, that joyful, that easy.
Especially in that era.
Yeah.
It was
she
tough.
had
Like
some-
you're really disabled. It's pain all the time. They didn't know as much as they do now about autoimmune diseases, where now it's like it's your diet, it's exercise. There's a lot more research on it. Not as much as they should, but it's a lot better now.
Is she better now?
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Yeah. She didn't got rid of them, but she's
Controllable.
managing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the
'cause-
main objective because of course, there's no cure. So they're kind of like, as long as it's about managing it, that's the thing. Okay. So, that's no wonder. You grew up with
But
that.
then I was thinking, this is the worst thing that could happen to anybody. Having an ill parent.
Yes.
Until one day, my closest cousin loses her dad for cancer.
Oh.
And I go, so my whole life I've been thinking that the worst thing that could happen is autoimmune diseases.
Yeah.
There's cancer. So now this happens. And another cousin, a few years later, same thing. But what killed me the most is when we knew that he has cancer, that time we were spending thinking and everybody saying, oh, it's cancer. Oh, everybody, when anyone just hears cancer, they
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
see.
It's a death sentence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it hit me twice very hard while I was still hearing a lot of people around
Are they
me
still alive or?
dead. Both.
Both?
Of them. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what kind of cancers?
One was, I think both of them. It was, how do we say it?
Say it in French.
Cancer du côlon.
Oh, colon cancer.
Colon cancer, yeah.
Yeah. That one is very aggressive. It's a very aggressive cancer.
They
Yeah.
catch it late.
A majority of people don't have many symptoms, or they kind of go to the doctors. The doctors are like, oh, it's hemorrhoids. Oh, it's constipation.
Until
it's
it's too late.
Until it's too late. And then you're like at stage
True.
4 and then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's true. And now cancer, because now I know the numbers are going up and up and up. Now 1 out of 3 people, I think, will have cancer in their lifetime.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, around me, the mother of my kids, my ex, had cancer. She's still alive. Her mom had cancer. My family side, I think there are 2 of them that did. I have a friend of mine, the most messed up. They were young. She had 2 kids, 2 young kids, 4 and 3, and she died. and they caught it so late that they found out, and she died maybe like 4 weeks later.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like you don't even have time to prepare.
Yeah. There's a lot of cases like that where, you know, it's kind of like
That is fucked up.
so unsuspected, and then they realize, oh my God, it's this the whole time.
I don't even know if I would want to know if I have that.
Well, that's
No,
what
I
happened to
would.
my mother. My mother passed away when I was very little. She had leukemia, acute leukemia.
Acute? What does that mean?
It's
Leukemia is, in itself is already an acute disease.
yeah, but they're like acute leukemia.
Is it actually the term?
Yeah, it's called acute leukemia. I think it's because there's one that's more genetically.
One is ugly and one is cute.
They had to do certain testings to see that me and my siblings wouldn't be more prone, because I think there's one that is more
yeah?
genetic.
It's acute.
Yeah, there's one that's more genetic, and then there's one that is just like
Oh, it's not
just
cute. Acute.
yeah.
Okay, I was like,
Sit.
I was
Okay,
hey,
let's just skip this part.
I'm the dum here, but I don't know these things.
Oh yeah, acute. Yeah.
I just watch Dr. House. It's usually lupus.
Yeah. So because it's that type, I don't get tested every year like some people would if it was more of a genetic type of leukemia, which is a blood cancer. That's what it is. It's a blood cancer, yeah. So it was for her, it was basically that's what happened. She had my brothers, they were twins. She was, you know, very low in iron, very anemic, very tired, and bruise easily. And the doctor's like, oh, you're tired. You test, oh, you're tired. Eventually, it was like, oh shit, she has like cancer in her blood. Like this is crazy. And she did the treatment for 2 years. I think she was in remission for a short while, and then it came back with a vengeance, and she died. But yeah, so it's
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very
Especially
crazy.
those who come back with like you have hope.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I think
But
I made it.
But now there is more hope. People who have leukemia, lymphomas, these are more treatable now.
Yeah,
like there's
I
more
have heard.
chances of like it's not
Breast cancer
It's
and
not
all these
yeah.
things,
It's
yeah.
not always a death sentence, but it's still like you said. The word cancer is like it's like a punch in the face when you hear it for your loved ones, for yourself. God forbid.
Yeah, but
you know,
now
stuff.
it's became so common. It's crazy. Every time I hear somebody said, "Oh, my father or my mom died,
yeah,
cancer," yeah.
yeah.
Before it was like, "Oh, it's so rare." Now it's like if somebody died in a certain age, they weren't that old.
Yeah.
You're like, cancer, right?
Yeah.
Which one? Like it's literally a badge now, meaning that what did you catch?
Yep.
Which one was it? That,
And sometimes the cancer is a side effect.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of what?
Autoimmune diseases, certain medications, because it suppresses your immune system, it can create
Cancer.
cancer.
That's fucked up. You're healing one to give you another.
Yeah, because your white blood cells are shooting up. So, and then your body is like, just
This got very
Crazy.
depressing very quickly.
I mean, it's
yeah.
it's like I don't try to see it as depressing, maybe because of working in the medical field. I just see it as it is what it is. You know what I mean? We have to do better. That's all. We just have to do better.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm like,
it's not enough.
Yes,
It's not enough.
Do TikTok videos.
Yes, you know what you should call it? It's not enough.
I think so too. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, if I have to spend my energy, my time, a lifetime doing something, I'm still passionate. It's not like I'm doing it in.
Oh, you're very passionate.
Yeah, man.
Like I feel useless all of a sudden. Listening to you, I'm like, this girl's so driven.
Like it's almost like inspiring.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow we'll go
But then I'll
into
drive
work
home tonight and I'll forget because I don't,
because you
meditate.
stocked up too much on that Molly.
No. I'm gonna edit this pod and I'm gonna be like, sure, I
What
could
would be
do
the
more.
next podcast?
No, at least the next podcast until next Wednesday, so I have time to.
We have a week.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it. and-
marinate.
yeah.
Okay.
You know.
No, but it's very inspiring. I'll be very
No,
honest
it
with
is.
you.
Honestly speaking, yes.
And it's
very.
rare to see somebody this driven. And
Hell yeah.
and this, like, do you know a lot of people like you?
I don't know a lot of people like you.
I don't know any.
I mean, I work in the field. There's doctors, certain young doctors especially, that I see that passion that they want.
give them a couple of years.
Yeah, but you do see that.
I think I'm enough grateful because I went from not even having people around me who would get it, not even having people around me who would understand, and even having negative people around me very criticizing all the time,
Oh yeah.
to now I have people around me who fully understood it and who fully supporting me.
Yeah. Or plant a
Great.
seed. I think that's what it is. I think that's what I see in you is you have this potential of just planting seeds and then kind of being like, oh, waking that up in people. And that's very inspiring and very rare. So do the TikToks, man.
That's what
Let's
I'm
go.
saying. For me, it's not about the cannabis, although I'm
Yeah.
also passionate about the cannabis, the plant itself, and I could do great things with it.
Yes.
For me, it's about taking this seed and making this project happen. There was a time where I wanted to study from scratch, to have more medical knowledge and medical experience, to do it myself and do a PhD. But now I'm like, no, that's not my job. I want to have a team. There will be another scientist who would do it.
Right.
I'll be just making sure the project is going on right.
Yeah,
Make
like you
the
just
ball
want
roll.
it. Yeah, you just want it to be going.
Yeah, it's not about me. It's okay if it's not me doing it. It's
Yeah.
okay if...
As long as it's being done.
Yes,
But this
There
is
you
a
go.
lifetime project.
I know.
Well, you're
She's
young.
like, I know.
You're young, so it's all good.
Exactly.
There you go.
Anything else to add?
No, I'm inspired right now.
I am too.
So happy. Contagious.
I really enjoyed this.
Thank
I think you might be like one of the top guests for me. Yeah, that have really captivated my attention.
And
No
it means a lot. We're at episode 340.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I blushed.
I mean, I loved all the guests, but there's some people
Stop
that
lying.
you just
Stop lying.
I'm gonna stop lying. I'm not a good liar.
Like, don't push it. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
were
know.
going good.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you had to add that lie. Like,
Nah, my bad. It is what it is.
well, hopefully we'll get you back in, let's just say, a couple of years and see where you're at.
Yes.
Definitely. So imagine we would be watching both episodes and then
Yeah.
seeing
You're gonna hook me up with that marijuana.
And once you
reverse
get the
aging.
licenses, I'll need that.
Yes.
and the detox juices.
Okay.
No, but once you get the licenses, do you have any idea how long it could take?
I have a long story behind this because in my previous project, the head of it, the director, passed away in a very tragic and mysterious way.
Cancer?
No,
Okay.
it was an accident.
Oh,
Yes, he just
government.
went out of his place, and then the snow from up his place went down on the temple, the thing we put on the cars, went down on him, and then he just couldn't breathe anymore, and then he was.
Oh my God, he
just
got
literally-
asphyxiated.
this sounds like a conspiracy, government conspiracy thing.
No,
It's like
I
a
think
freak
the government
accident.
just didn't help. I'm not going into there. It's just that it was
so
on
sad.
TV on TVA, and they just said it was an accident, and it was. But who believes the TV anymore? Who believes that? Even the police said it was just an accident. But so because
What
of
are the
that,
odds of that?
That is terrifying.
yes, I tried to stay in that project. I tried to fight because that was the project where I had the contract with McGill Hospital. That was the project where.
And because
I've
he
worked
passed
so
away,
much.
the project died.
Because we had other investors in the project, and unfortunately, I'll say it for two reasons. One, because they were all men, I was the only woman. Two, because I'm the only immigrant. They're all Americans, Canadians, Italians. So they see me as the cute Algerian scientist.
I
What are
mean,
you doing here? You
That still sounded very cute, by
Yeah,
the way,
yeah.
the way you said it.
it was very cute. I see it. I was like, shit.
I see it.
I was like, shit.
See, so when he passed away, everybody was just trying to take the money. Everybody was trying to transfer the licenses. Everybody was they were fighting who wanted to be the next director. And
Greed
there
took
were,
over.
yeah, some wanted to go up with different companies and take me to other companies. And then they wanted to do recreational cannabis and they wanted to do some, I don't know. And I was there trying to explain, no, we have a vision. This
Focus.
is how we, this is
yeah.
what we were building. So please, let's just keep going. But they were like, you're a woman, you're a scientist, you don't do business.
Oh, damn. That still exists.
That is true, though. Scientists
Yeah.
and the business side are two different things. The lobbyists and the governments and all the
Exactly.
politics. It's really, but it's funny that you talked about the fact that you're a woman, because the two scientists and the two professors you spoke about were females at the beginning.
Yes.
And funny thing is, I was gonna ask the question, but I was like, oh, there's so many females in this industry.
But
Because you kept on saying
the
that.
first one who gave me the opportunity, he was a man actually.
Ah, okay.
The one from
University of
Montreal, the University
Yeah.
of Montreal. It was the Polytechnique that was a woman.
Yes.
It was a woman.
Exactly.
Is there a lot of women in the
Which industry?
cannabis industry? Let's just say.
I have a great friend in the cannabis industry. She's doing
So one?
marketing. Yeah, I don't know a lot of women in the cannabis industry.
Yeah. I don't think.
No.
I don't know. It's a tough
No.
environment.
And even all the clients I've worked with, and the collaborators, the partners, they're all men. I only met twice, like in the business. I mean, because in the medical
Right.
field, she was a woman. The director of the Harvest Medicine Clinic.
Yeah.
She's a woman. I think even the people from her company that I met, also in McGill, women. In McGill, the director of the Medical Cannabis Research Center, she's a woman too.
Okay, so it's not uncommon. There's a few. Yeah.
It's only on the business when it comes to the money.
Yes,
Well, you
it's
know.
in the business that because you get men treating you like you're not supposed to take decisions, you're not supposed to make money, you're not supposed to.
And are you considered young in the industry right now?
It doesn't appear.
No, I get that.
I like that.
But,
It doesn't appear.
but the people
I don't
that work
appear.
with you, are they your age? Are they older? A lot older?
Oh, a lot older. My partner who passed away, he was 61.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Okay, so
Well, I
Well,
mean, it's
the
very
beginning-
impressive. You said you're 27.
But I was going to say, it all started because the way we met, I was having my project at Polytechnique, and then I just needed an industrial partner. So he was the industrial partner to an academic research project. And then we made that happen, but at the same time, because we wanted to work together, we started working on business ideas. So we had mushroom idea, so we had a company for that. We had natural health products, so we had a company for that. But the main thing was the medical cannabis, because he too lost his father because of cancer, but he used himself CBD from cannabis as a pain relief for his father.
Okay.
So he tested it, although he didn't have the scientific background, the medical background, and he was even using it for himself because he was sick too. So we took it from there to the business side, and then at the beginning we were good. We were only working me and him, but then with the time we were growing a big industry. We wanted to go big, do pharmaceutical right away. We wanted to have all the licenses for the lab, for the production. So it was very big. He had put 1.7 million on his own.
oh shit.
Oh,
But then with time, we needed more investors.
Of course.
And we kept adding people. But the company was public.
Okay.
It was in the New York stock market and end of 2022. That's why we needed more people. That's why we wanted to be visible. We were kind of creating all this momentum around the project.
Right.
and now all this is dead.
Yes.
That's so sad.
It died with him.
That's awful.
Yes, but because for me, I needed to, for a couple of weeks. I was working at the same lab that I'm using right now. I was an employee there. I was just doing research for some other clients, and I was like, I'm not doing cannabis anymore.
Right. You
I
need
can't
a break.
take it because he was my best friend at some point. I spent all my time working with him,
Of
literally.
course.
all the
Yeah. You
time.
see them every day. Of course. You bond.
And he wasn't the kind of investor who would just put the money and then wait
Leave.
No,
He
we
was
were-
hand-on.
Yeah,
He was
we were
invested, yeah, literally.
working together.
Okay. Well.
So when he passed away, I was like, oh my god.
yeah, that's pretty
I think
heartbreaking.
I need a depression.
yeah. No. Definitely.
Yeah, and
And that's when
then-
you started shrooms and weed.
No,
Really.
that's when I stopped. Yeah, but then I needed to get back to it for his legacy too, because he believed so much in it. He fueled me so much.
That's amazing.
I was passionate, but with him, the passion grew bigger. So for his legacy, for me too, for my passion, and for the purpose, obviously, to get rid of this disease that's so killing people, even in 2024. I just doesn't get to my head.
That's crazy. Wow. I feel like I lived a whole experience today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm able to
Thank you.
transfer.
Like I went high, then
Like,
super
I don't
low,
know, man. It was-
depressed, and then
Yeah, but like I was like, yeah, I enjoyed
now I'm
this.
thinking about my legacy.
The podcast.
I don't know. I don't think this is gonna be a legacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honestly, it was a pleasure. You're lovely.
You're the
Lovely.
You were her
most
favorite
welcome.
guest.
You're the most welcome. I'm honored to
You
be
have to
with
come
you
back.
guys.
You have
will.
to.
I will definitely.
Okay, good.
No, definitely will. I want to pick your brain on other things.
I'm
Today was-
really enjoying my time with you guys. I come back for this.
Yeah, you are welcome to come back.
Yeah, you're part of the family now, so you can come whenever you
you.
want. And on that note.